Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel, where coins aren't just metal, they're history in your hand. Today, we're diving into a curious little coin that might just surprise you with its story. It's the 1980 Denmark 25 or coin, and this one comes with a twist. No mint mark. No obvious clues. And yet, it's one of those coins that collectors quietly hunt, hoping to find in their old drawers or junk silver piles. What makes this coin so interesting? Is it actually rare? Could it be worth real money today in 2025? And if you have one, should you hold on to it or sell it now? Stick around as we unravel the secrets of the 1980 no mint mark Denmark 25 or coin. The story of the 25 or denomination in Denmark stretches back to the 19th century. Over the decades, it has seen transformations in metal composition, design style, national symbolism, and economic value. By the time the 1980 issue rolled around, the coin had settled into a modernized form, a modest yet iconic copper-nickel piece, featuring a clean hole in the center, flanked by minimalist motifs and a monogram of the reigning monarch. In 1980, Denmark was under the reign of Queen Margrethe II. Her monogram, a regal crown atop the letter M, was prominently featured on the obverse of the coin, symbolizing both national identity and royal continuity. The reverse of the coin displayed the denomination, 25 or, along with subtle decorative elements, such as stylized barley ears and flowing Nordic typography. But here's where the 1980 coin stands out. While most coins from the Royal Danish Mint include identifying mint marks, some coins from 1980 appear without any visible mint mark at all. These no mint mark pieces have sparked discussion among numismatists, collectors, and casual hobbyists alike. The 1980 Denmark 25 or coin is struck in copper nickel. It weighs approximately 4.3 grams and has a diameter of 23 millimeters. One of its most distinctive design features is the central hole. The hole is not merely aesthetic, it also made the coin lighter, easier to carry in bulk, and visually unique among world coins. On the obverse, as mentioned, is the crowned monogram of Queen Margrethe II. It's a refined design, minimalistic but filled with national symbolism. The reverse side shows the denomination centered boldly, with the year 1980 just beneath. Flanking the denomination are two symmetrical barley stalks, tying the design to Denmark's agricultural heritage and economic roots. The edge of the coin is plain and smooth. The overall appearance is both modern and rooted in tradition, a balance that Denmark has often achieved in its coinage. Now, let's talk about that missing mint mark. Normally, a small heart symbol or the initials of mint officials would be visible. But some 1980 coins come without either. Whether this was due to die wear, transitional production issues, or intentional design variation remains a topic of speculation. For collectors, that subtle absence can be everything. In terms of raw mintage numbers, the 1980 Denmark 25 or coin had a relatively high production run. Over 30 million coins were struck that year. On paper, this would suggest the coin is not rare. However, what complicates the story is condition, survival rate, and specific die variations. While millions were made, the vast majority entered heavy circulation. These coins were everyday currency, passed from hand to hand in shops, buses, bakeries, and cafes. Most surviving examples today are scratched, worn, or discolored. That makes finding one in brilliant uncirculated condition significantly more difficult. The no mint mark variant adds another layer. Not all of the 30 million pieces are believed to be without a mint mark. In fact, the unmarked coins seem to make up only a fraction of the total 1980 mintage. Some collectors suggest that these unmarked variants may have originated from a specific batch, possibly during a transitional phase or due to worn dies that no longer left a clear impression of the mint mark. So while the 1980 Denmark 25 or isn't rare in the traditional sense of total mintage, certain variants and conditions absolutely are. In numismatics, rarity is not always about low mintage. It's about demand, condition, story, and uniqueness. The 1980 Denmark 25 or checks several of those boxes. First, it's a discontinued denomination. Denmark phased out the ore coins in the early 2000s. That alone raises interest, as collectors seek to preserve a bygone part of Danish currency history. Second, the no mint mark version adds mystery. Any coin that challenges the standard production pattern is bound to attract extra attention. For some collectors, the idea of owning a transitional or anomaly coin is far more appealing than just owning a common date. Third, the design itself is widely admired. The central hole, minimalistic layout, and classic Scandinavian design philosophy make this coin appealing even to non-Danish collectors. Finally, it's accessible. Unlike high-end gold coins or ancient rarities, the 1980 25 or coin can be found in circulation, inherited collections, or bulk lots. That mix of attainability and intrigue fuels ongoing demand in global coin markets. So, what's it actually worth in today's market? Let's be clear, this isn't a coin that will make you instantly rich. However, condition and variant matter. In 2025, a circulated 1980 Denmark 25 or coin with heavyware typically sells for less than $1, usually just a few cents, especially if it's common and marked. However, if your coin is in excellent condition, say, extremely fine or better, you might be looking at a value closer to 50 cents to $1, depending on the buyer. Now, if you happen to have a 1980 25 or with no mint mark, and it's in uncirculated condition, that's where the real interest comes in. In 2025, collectors have been known to pay anywhere from $2 to $5 for such pieces. Exceptional examples, especially those graded by a professional grading service, could even reach higher prices in online auctions. The market remains modest but steady. It's not a moonshot coin, but it has reliable appeal. Coin dealers, eBay sellers, and online marketplaces have all reported consistent interest in 1980 25 or coins, particularly those with noticeable errors, missing mint marks, or superior toning and strike quality. If you found a 1980 Denmark 25 or coin, the next question is, should you sell it, or hang on to it? The answer depends on two things: condition and uniqueness. If your coin is worn, heavily circulated, and marked, then it probably has minimal value. It might be worth keeping as part of a world coin collection or donating to a beginner collector. If it's in better condition, bright luster, minimal contact marks, crisp details, then it's worth setting aside, especially if you're unsure whether it has a mint mark. Look carefully with a magnifying glass. If there's no mint mark at all, you might be holding a more interesting variant. Those are the ones worth getting appraised, listed online, or preserved in protective holders. In either case, the 1980 Denmark 25 or coin is a piece of living history. It represents the last decades of traditional Danish coinage before the shift to digital payments and the slow disappearance of small denomination coins across Europe. So there you have it, the story of the 1980 no mint mark Denmark 25 or coin. A coin with high mintage, yet subtle secrets. A coin not rare in numbers, but rich in charm, design, and collectible interest. Do you have one of these coins? Let us know in the comments. Is it marked? Unmarked? Brilliant or battle-worn? We'd love to hear your stories. The 1983 Denmark 25 or coin. Often overlooked due to its modest appearance and former low face value, this tiny coin has begun to spark interest among collectors around the world. In this video, we'll take you through its rich history, artistic design, mintage background, and the factors that determine its current value in the ever-evolving 2025 collector's market. Whether you're a passionate coin collector or simply curious about foreign coins with hidden value, this is one video you won't want to miss. Let's begin our deep dive. The Denmark 25 or coin minted in 1983 is part of a series that was issued during the reign of Queen Margrethe II, Denmark's beloved monarch who began her reign in 1972. The coin represents a key era in Danish currency history, serving as one of the lowest denominations in circulation during a time of growing global inflation and the shift toward digital payment systems. The øre, which is the subdivision of the Danish krone, had long played a critical role in everyday transactions in Denmark. Yet, by the 1980s, smaller denominations like the 25 were slowly losing their purchasing power, making them increasingly obsolete in daily commerce. Despite this, millions of these coins continued to be produced each year and remained in active circulation throughout the decade. The year 1983 did not mark any significant monetary reform in Denmark, but it did represent a midpoint in the production of the 25 or coin type that began in 1973 and concluded in 1988. This 1983 issue holds historical importance not because of a political or economic event, but because it belongs to the final generation of or coins that the Danish people would use before their eventual demonetization. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1983 Denmark 25 or coin is its minimalist yet elegant design. On the obverse side, the coin displays the crowned monogram of Queen Margrethe II. The monogram consists of the initial M beneath a regal crown, symbolizing the constitutional monarchy of Denmark and the sovereignty of the Queen. The design is centered above the central hole, an iconic feature of several Danish coins. The reverse side of the coin is equally refined, featuring the denomination value 25 Ari prominently, along with a small sprig of oak leaves. The oak branch represents strength and endurance, traditional symbols of Denmark's national identity. It's a subtle yet powerful reminder of the country's cultural heritage. A distinct characteristic of this coin is the central hole. While it might seem like a purely aesthetic choice, the hole had practical value as well. It allowed for easy identification by touch, made the coins lighter, and enabled them to be strung together, which was especially useful in older times. The presence of the hole also gave the coin a unique tactile quality, making it stand out from other European coins of the same era. The coin is struck in a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silvery appearance that resists tarnishing and stands up well to circulation. It has a diameter of approximately 23 mm and weighs about 4.3 grams. Its edges are smooth, providing a contrast to other denominations which may feature reeded or patterned edges. The 1983 25 or coin was minted in large quantities as part of Denmark's regular coinage. Though no exact mint figures are typically considered rare for this year, what makes the 1983 issue stand out today is the decline in surviving coins in high grades. Most of these coins were used in daily transactions, meaning they have considerable wear and tear. Because the coin had relatively low purchasing power, it was often left in drawers, jars, and piggy banks, sometimes lost entirely. Others were melted down or discarded after the denomination was demonetized in the early 2000s. As a result, while tens of millions may have been minted, the number of coins surviving in excellent, uncirculated condition is significantly smaller. The lack of a mint mark, which was common for Danish coins of this period, adds to the simplicity of the design but can also create confusion for casual collectors trying to identify its origin. This specific 1983 issue was struck without any mint letter, which is typical for standard national minting from Copenhagen. Now let's talk about rarity. The 1983 25 or is not considered rare in general circulation condition. However, its scarcity begins to emerge when examining the market for coins in superior states of preservation. Coins that are in brilliant uncirculated condition, still retaining their original luster and sharp details, are increasingly difficult to find as time goes on. Furthermore, the demonetization of the 25 or coin in 2008 means that these coins no longer hold any legal tender status. This has transformed them from tools of transaction into collectibles, especially among enthusiasts of Scandinavian coinage. Collectability is also influenced by emotional and cultural value. For Danes, the 25 or may evoke childhood memories of small purchases or school canteen visits. For international collectors, the coin represents a distinctive design and a unique monetary history that sets it apart from similar small denomination coins elsewhere in Europe. Some collectors specialize in coins with central holes, and the Danish 25 or fits neatly into this niche. Others are drawn to coins from monarchies, making this piece attractive due to its royal symbolism. In today's numismatic market, value depends heavily on condition, demand, and the selling platform. For coins in average circulated condition, the 1983 Denmark 25 or is generally worth only a small premium over its original face value. These coins may sell for as little as 20 to 50 cents in loose, circulated form, primarily as filler pieces for world coin collections. However, the situation changes when it comes to coins in higher grades. Uncirculated or mint state examples can command significantly more. In 2025, collectors are willing to pay anywhere between $1 to $5 for coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition. Graded coins in official holders, especially those rated MS63 and above, can sometimes fetch prices upward of $10, depending on the buyer and the venue. In particular, auction platforms and online marketplaces offer higher visibility, driving up competitive bidding for pristine specimens. Coin shows and collector forums may also facilitate premium sales, especially when dealing with specialized buyers who collect Danish or Nordic coinage specifically. While the 1983 25 or coin is not a rare treasure in the traditional sense, its value is steadily increasing due to nostalgia, disappearing supply, and growing interest in pre-Euro and pre-digital age currency systems. In conclusion, the 1983 Denmark 25 or coin is a fascinating example of how even the smallest coins can carry rich stories, cultural identity, and collector appeal. With its royal symbolism, practical design, and historical relevance, it offers much more than its original face value suggests. As of 2025, it remains a modest but appreciated piece in the numismatic community. For those just beginning their collection, it offers an affordable entry point. And for experienced collectors, it represents a worthy addition, especially in high grades. So if you happen to find a 1983 Denmark 25 or in your old coin jar or inherit one from a family member, don't toss it aside. Examine its condition, look for signs of wear or originality, and consider giving it a proper home in a coin folder or even submitting it for grading. What may appear to be a forgotten coin from a small European country may very well become a cherished part of your collection. The 1984 Denmark 25 or coin. At first glance, it might appear ordinary, but beneath its modest size lies a blend of Danish royal symbolism, historical context, and collector value that continues to evolve even in 2025. Is this tiny copper-nickel coin with no mint mark truly rare? Could it be worth more than you think? Let's find out. To understand the value of the 1984 25 or coin, we must first travel back into Danish history. The 25 or denomination has long played a role in the Danish currency system, especially during the era of the krone and/or monetary division. 1 Danish krone is equal to 100 ore, and the 25 ore piece was a standard fractional coin used widely by the public for everyday purchases. The coin in focus today was struck during the reign of Queen Margrethe II, who ascended to the throne in 1972. Her monogram is prominently displayed on the obverse of the coin, a stylized crown with the letter M, symbolizing both the monarch and the heritage of the Danish royal lineage. This design reflects the modernization of Danish coinage during her reign, as the Royal Danish Mint moved toward simpler, more recognizable motifs suitable for mass circulation and international recognition. While many coins from the late 20th century are minted in large quantities, some years and variations stand out, and 1984 is one of those years. Not because of a low mintage, but due to subtle details, including the absence of a visible mint mark on certain coins. This has led to considerable curiosity and debate among collectors. The 1984 Denmark 25 or coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy. It weighs approximately 4.3 grams and has a diameter of around 23 millimeters. It features a smooth edge, which is typical of fractional Danish coins of this era. On the obverse, the royal monogram of Queen Margrethe II is crowned and surrounded by a minimalist decorative motif. This side of the coin serves not just as a declaration of state but also as a symbol of Denmark's enduring monarchy. On the reverse, we find the denomination, the number 25 accompanied by the word Ari, set within a decorative frame formed by barley ears, a nod to Denmark's agrarian history and economic foundations. The design is both utilitarian and symbolic, evoking national pride while ensuring clarity for everyday users. In most examples, the coin features a small heart symbol, which serves as the traditional mint mark for the Royal Danish Mint. However, in certain specimens from 1984, this heart mark appears to be missing, giving rise to the term no mint mark or missing mint mark variety. One of the more intriguing elements of the 1984 25 or coin is the alleged existence of versions without the mint mark. While the standard version includes a small heart on the reverse, the centuries-old mark of the Copenhagen Mint, collectors have occasionally reported examples where this symbol is either entirely missing or partially struck. The absence of the mint mark can result from several factors. It might be due to dye wear, clogging, or an intentional variation introduced during minting. While it is not universally accepted that these no mint mark coins constitute a separate variety, their unusual nature has led to increased interest and higher perceived value among niche collectors. This subtle variation turns an otherwise common coin into a potential hidden gem. However, to be classified as a true no mint mark variety, the coin must be verified by experts who can distinguish between intentional omission and post-mint damage, or where, when discussing rarity, it is important to differentiate between mintage numbers and surviving high-quality examples. While millions of 25 or coins were struck in 1984, the majority were used heavily in circulation. As a result, most existing coins today are found in heavily worn condition, with scratches, edge wear, and dull surfaces. Truly uncirculated or mint state examples are significantly harder to find. Coins that have been preserved in protective holders since 1984, or that were never circulated, can command a notable premium in the numismatic market. The no mint mark version, whether truly rare or simply misunderstood, adds an additional layer of collectability. Many collectors are drawn to error coins, misstrikes, and varieties, even if the mintage was not particularly low. The presence of such anomalies creates scarcity by category rather than by production volume. Collectors of modern European coins often seek to build complete sets. In such cases, a no mint mark 1984 coin becomes a target acquisition to complete a series or to add a point of interest within a broader collection of Danish currency. As of 2025, the market value of the 1984 Denmark 25 or coin depends heavily on its condition and whether it features the missing mint mark variation. Common circulated examples in average condition typically sell for a modest amount, often ranging from a few cents to under $1. However, coins in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially those certified by grading services, can fetch higher prices. Mint state coins with no signs of wear and strong luster may sell in the range of several dollars. The exact price can vary depending on the coin's visual appeal, demand among collectors, and market trends. If the coin is verified as a no mint mark variant, and if it can be authenticated as a mint error or variety rather than damage or wear, it may hold additional value. Such coins could potentially sell for a premium, particularly among specialists in Danish or Scandinavian coinage. It is also worth noting that as smaller denominations like the 25 or have been demonetized and removed from circulation, their availability in daily life has diminished. This often leads to increased nostalgic interest and potential value appreciation over time. From an investment perspective, the 1984 Denmark 25 or coin is not considered a high-yield asset. However, it holds steady appeal for hobbyists, world coin collectors, and those with an interest in Scandinavian history. If you're considering collecting this coin, focus on quality. Seek out coins in the best possible condition, ideally uncirculated or proof-like. These are the examples most likely to retain and increase in value over time. Also, keep an eye out for unusual variants, including the missing mint mark or possible striking errors. These details might be overlooked by casual sellers, giving informed collectors a chance to acquire something truly special at a low cost. Storing coins properly is essential. Use acid-free holders or protective capsules, and avoid touching the coin's surface directly to prevent oil and dirt damage. Documentation of provenance, such as original packaging or receipt of purchase from reputable dealers, can also enhance future resale value. The 1984 Denmark 25 or coin is a fascinating example of late 20th century European coinage. While not exceedingly rare in its standard form, its no mint mark variation and limited presence in high-grade condition give it a unique charm that continues to attract collectors in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey into world coins, the 1984 25 or is a worthy addition to your collection. We dive deep into the fascinating story of a small but historically significant coin, the 1979 Swedish 50 or. While it may appear like just a humble piece of copper-nickel alloy, this coin holds far more intrigue than meets the eye. Its background, design, production anomalies, scarcity, and fluctuating value in the collector market have made it a subject of growing interest. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or a curious beginner, this episode will give you a comprehensive understanding of why the 1979 Swedish 50 or coin could be worth more than just its face value, and what you should know before buying or selling one in today's market. To understand the significance of the 1979 50 or coin, we must first step back and look at the Swedish currency system of the time. The öre was the fractional currency unit of the Swedish krona, with 100 or making up 1 krona. Throughout the 20th century, Sweden minted coins in various denominations, with the 50 or often serving as a key small transaction coin in daily commerce. In 1979, Sweden was transitioning socially and economically. It was the Cold War era, the Swedish economy was expanding, and there was a conscious effort to modernize both industry and monetary systems. The 50 or coin was still in full circulation, heavily used in daily trade, vending machines, and public transportation. Its production needed to balance durability with cost efficiency. The reigning monarch at the time was King Carl XVI Gustav, who ascended the throne in 1973. His monogram appears on the obverse of the coin, a design feature consistent across many Swedish coins of that era. The 1979 50 or coin is a small, round, base metal coin that was struck in copper-nickel. It weighs approximately 4.5 grams and has a diameter of 22 millimeters. The edge is smooth, which differentiates it from some other coins that feature reeded or lettered edges. The obverse of the coin features the royal monogram of King Carl XVI Gustav, with the crowned initials CG16 separated by the coin's year, 1979. The minimalist design reflects Sweden's tradition of modern, clean aesthetics, both in its currency and broader culture. It carries a sense of formality and national pride while also being practical for mass circulation. The reverse of the coin is equally simple yet striking. It shows the country name, Sverige, above the denomination, 50 RE, all in capital letters. Traditionally, Swedish coins of this period also include a mint mark to indicate where the coin was produced. Most 1979 coins carry a mint mark, but certain versions do not, and that's where the mystery begins. Most 50 or coins from 1979 were minted at the Eskilstuna Mint and include the letter E as a mint mark, along with a small U representing the mint master at the time. However, reports exist of a 1979 50 or coin with no mint mark at all. These versions have attracted special attention from collectors around the world. The absence of a mint mark is not always an accident. In some cases, it may indicate that the coin was produced using test dies, struck outside normal minting procedures, or possibly minted at a different location during a transitional period. Alternatively, the missing mark could result from a die filled with debris or grease, which failed to impress the mint mark onto the blank. Regardless of the origin, the lack of a mint mark has led some collectors to classify this version as a rare variety. Because mint errors and unusual varieties often command higher prices in the numismatic market, the no mint mark 1979 50 or has sparked considerable intrigue. Although the 1979 50 or was minted in large numbers, in the tens of millions, its survival in excellent condition is much rarer than the mintage figure might suggest. Like most small denomination coins, the 50 or saw heavy use, meaning that many pieces were worn down, damaged, or lost over time. The no mint mark variety is significantly scarcer, especially in uncirculated or mint state condition. The exact number of surviving no mint mark specimens is unknown, but anecdotal evidence and collector trading activity suggest that it is uncommon enough to be notable. Moreover, Sweden officially demonetized the ore coins in 2010, ending their legal tender status. This move drastically reduced the number of 50 or coins in general circulation, as millions were melted down or discarded. That event further increased the numismatic value of surviving pieces, especially those with unique features like a missing mint mark. In circulated condition, the standard 1979 50 or coin without any rarity factors typically sells for a very modest price, anywhere from 10 cents to $1, depending on wear and demand. These are common coins and are readily available in the collector market. However, if the coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially if it has been professionally graded and encapsulated, its value increases significantly. High-grade examples can fetch between $3 to $6 from collectors or online marketplaces, particularly if they have strong eye appeal and minimal marks. Now, let's consider the no mint mark variant. Because it is considered a potential error or variety, collectors are willing to pay a premium. In circulated condition, the no mint mark 1979 50 or can range from $5 to $10. In high grades, prices may reach upwards of $20 to $50, depending on the condition, market demand, and buyer interest. It's worth noting that values can fluctuate based on collector trends, coin shows, and auction results. A well-timed sale or a listing on a prominent platform can draw multiple bidders, pushing the price even higher. So, should you consider collecting the 1979 50 or coin? The answer depends on your goals as a collector or investor. For the casual hobbyist, the coin offers an affordable entry into world coin collecting. It's easy to find, beautifully designed, and tied to a rich cultural and historical context. Adding both standard and no mint mark varieties to your collection can offer a satisfying hunt and showcase your attention to detail. For the more serious collector, especially those interested in mint errors or Nordic coinage. The no mintmark variety presents a compelling target. Its uncertain origins and limited visibility in the market make it a conversation piece and a potential long-term hold. As an investment, the coin does not promise massive returns, but it can be a stable store of value if properly preserved. Coins with proven rarity and good provenance tend to appreciate over time, especially as more people become interested in global numismatics. If you're looking to buy the 1979 50 or coin, start by checking reputable dealers, online auctions, and collector forums. Pay close attention to the coin's condition and ask for high-resolution images or grading information if possible. Be especially cautious when purchasing a no mintmark variety, as some sellers may mistakenly or falsely list coins without verifying authenticity. For sellers, ensure your coin is clean but not polished, as cleaning can reduce value. Photograph both sides in natural lighting, and clearly mention if the coin has no mintmark. A well-described listing can make a big difference in buyer confidence and final sale price. The 1979 Swedish 50 or coin is more than just a relic of a bygone monetary system. It tells a story of modern Swedish history, showcases the minimalist beauty of Scandinavian design, and hides within it a mysterious variant that could turn an ordinary coin into a valuable find. Whether you're searching for hidden gems in circulation, building a global coin collection, or simply exploring the rich world of numismatics, the 1979 50 or deserves your attention. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep dives into fascinating coins from around the world, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below. Have you ever come across a 1979 50 or coin without a mintmark? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting.